This is a very important season for us here at Candy Adventures. This is peak hot brown season. Hot brown! This is our Thanksgiving video, and welcome to beautiful Padre Island National Seashore. We're gonna be cooking a turkey right here on the beach over a fire.
And if you've been with us for a few years, you know that we've attempted this one time and succeeded when we lived in Guam.
So we're racing the sun. It's still really warm here. It's like 85 degrees, but the sun is falling and we have to cook a turkey, create a fire pit and a spit to roast the turkey and get all this prepared. So I'm gonna go ahead and start setting up the camper and getting everything ready. And happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the channel and video.
It's my pleasure to be pleasing this hot brown turkey season. So buckle up and get out down, let's stir you up some gooey brown.
So we've got a tradition here on Candy Adventures, a quasi-tradition. We haven't done it every year, but we would like to, is where we cook a turkey on the beach. We did it in Guam, and now we're gonna do it here again today. And so how we're gonna do it is we've devised a spit roast to roast the turkey on, and I'm gonna dig a hole and put a grate over it so that the charcoal can sit and the wood can sit on top of that and have plenty of oxygen as it's cooking, because you know it's gonna take 3 or 4 hours. And then on both sides of this pit, we're gonna put our spit roast frame that we just made that hopefully works. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig this pit, our oxygen pit.
Why isn't the dog doing the work?
So we purchased an off-the-shelf grill rotisserie from Home Depot and then finagled it onto a couple of 2x4s. It's not meant to be on 2x4s and it's meant to be on a grill, but we kind of changed that, put some nice little spear points on these poles, and then put some adjustable places to put, as the fire changes if we need to, we can change the level of our turkey. Whoa. So this is kind of how it'll work. It'll go through to our motor, and then this will rotate forever while we're out here.
Wow.
It's my pleasure to be pleasing this hot brown turkey season.
Now all we got to do is light our little fire and let our lighter fluid burn down so that we can start rotisserieing our turkey here. And I'm burning the bag too because it's just paper. And because this is Candy Adventures, for no other reason than that, we're going to do it with a little pageantry. And I've wanted to do this for a long time. So last night we had this extra piece of PVC that we had laying around and we made a bow out of it. And we're just going to hit it with a little rubbing alcohol.
See if this works?
We've never actually tried this before.
We just watched YouTube videos on it. Wow. Oh my gosh. It did it!
That's as good as you're going to get.
It's described by most fans as underwhelming and sad.
That's as good as you're going to get.
Can you save my arrow? Thank you.
So we saved our field tip and our arrow. For a first try, I think it worked okay. It's very windy here today, so.
We're really excited for Thanksgiving this year, and we always cook hot brown on this channel, and we kind of get made fun of in the comments for some of the stuff we cook. It can be a little bit questionable, but this year, I think we want to take it seriously. Have lots of seasonings and stuff. Last time we brined a turkey in the ocean. We're not gonna do that this time. It'll be more professional looking and not just slop together hot brown mess.
To the sea!
What are you doing?
To the ocean!
What are you doing? No! We weren't supposed to put the turkey in the ocean!
When we have traditions on Candy Adventures, we take them very seriously.
Oh my gosh!
Last time the turkey got sand in it, so I thought this way it'll float it as it brines it in the ocean.
I don't want a sandy turkey.
Sandy turkey is what they used to call me in college. So we're gonna brine it, salt brine it in the ocean. And I know you people are saying, Corpus Christi's got bacteria in the water. Well, this is tradition, and we're gonna cook the shit out of this turkey. Go.
In the arms of the ocean, float away to brine. You're in the arms of the ocean.
It's got this little strap underneath, holds its little butt in. Now let's see if our little contraption works. Hooked to our little portable power bank in there. Oh, look at that. That is a Gulf-basted South Texas turkey getting spun around, powered by solar power off our solar panels to our portable power bank. Look at that. Look, already starting to get a little char up there.
And now we wait for 4 hours.
Look at that bad boy move. That actually looks pretty good.
It does.
Now we just get to tend with the fire and play around. So we've done this once before, we mentioned briefly in Guam, and the salt from the ocean, actually just being there that soon, it gets under the skin and it actually does salt the meat really well. So we're not gonna salt it a ton. I am gonna pour a little coconut oil on it just because I absolutely love the taste of coconut oil.
Whoa.
And it's 85 degrees here, maybe even hotter than that.
The fire likes it.
Yeah. So you can see how liquid our coconut oil is. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of Old Bay.
Good old bay.
And a little bit of black pepper.
Chris is just doing some fishing because we have to wait for about 4 hours for the turkey to cook. And I am slowly but surely, since we've been here, been getting into birding. And I get so excited because this region is very popular for migratory birds. And they have plovers here. They have the snowy plover and the piping plover. And they're just the cutest little birds that are on the beach. I don't know, it just makes me so happy, like when they walk across the sand and they just go doo-doo-doo-doo-doo with their little legs, because they just, that's what I imagine the sound is like if you were to make a cartoon of them walking, is doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. They're just foraging, and in some of the rack that comes up, there's all these little critters on them. And so while Chris does that, I get to do the nerdy thing and bird watch while we're out here.
Coconut oil dripping, glisten, give you that crisp you've been missing. Take it slow, let it roast. Got no place else to go. Time to gorge, time to feed. Candy's got what you need.
It's pretty mesmerizing. I've become infatuated with these long, slow cooking processes. I think maybe something about being in Texas and everybody I talk to and work with is into like smoking and really long-term cooking. But it's very mesmerizing to sit here and stare at a fire, because normally you just throw a turkey in the oven and you're done, unless you're one of the fringe who fry it or do smoke it, you know, something else with it. But growing up always doing it in an oven, this is really fun to just sit here and watch a bird slowly cook over a fire and listen to the ocean. Highly recommend this if you get the opportunity to cook a turkey in this way.
They could do it over a grill in their backyard if they wanted.
Oh yeah, this system is built for a grill. We had to finagle it on 2x4s. But something about watching it over a fire, over some mesquite logs here, just slowly turning and dripping juice and coconut oil is erotic. Probably erotic. I don't want to use that word, but yeah, it is. It is.
That'll smell pretty good.
What you doing, little girl?
That smell nummies.
So last video, a little bit confusing. We updated you that we bought a new house and we're now homeowners with the 2015 toy hauler we bought.
And you can see we obviously didn't get rid of the truck camper. She still lives.
I'm a truck camper fan through and through. This is my first truck camper and I don't plan on selling it. Saying that, it brings us back to our toy hauler, which we probably made a bad purchase. It seems really clean and nice, except for right now it is in the shop getting 2 new axles and leaf springs put on it. It has a 4,400 pound axle, which is not super common. I sourced the brake drums and hubs for it and put all the parts together, and parts alone was $1,777. And for about $2,000, we can have a shop put on 5,200 pound axles.
Yeah.
So that's what we opted to go with. So we dropped it off at a local shop and we're waiting on the parts to come in, and we'll get bigger axles, bigger brakes, and all new leaf springs.
And we went ahead and did the axle upgrade because it was almost the same cost, and going forward those parts are much cheaper because it's not a proprietary size.
And as far as the plans, it's November right now, 2024. We really want 2025 to be the year where we buy some dirt somewhere. We really like the state of Texas. The only thing we don't like about the state of Texas is that you can't do anything here other than this national seashore and a few small state parks. There's no BLM land here. There's no off-roading in Texas unless you want to pay someone an entrance fee to their private ranch.
Yeah, because it's mostly private property.
Yeah, Texas is like 99% private property. And if you're not one of the wealthy, lucky ones that has some property, it's really hard trying to find a place to go off-road or overland or get away from people. So that's why we're here. It's this big beach you can drive on, you can relax, you can have a campfire. You don't have to request in advance permission to be here.
Yeah.
And so we absolutely love this whole South Texas coast. That's why all the videos you've almost seen have been here in the last few months.
We've researched going other places. The next little green dot of public land on Onyx is going to be Big Bend National Park, which we've already been to, and that's 10 hours. So you can split the middle and we can go back to Lake Amistad, which isn't actually public except for the water itself, but we did enjoy it there. Everything around it is private though.
Just like we said last video, I've had a fantasy my whole life. I want to own land on water, even if it's only a creek. Right now I think we figured out we want to maintain our Texas residency and get a small cheap piece of land here, and a small cheap, and when I say cheap I mean like $50,000.
Like just something to have an address.
Yep. And then maybe a piece of land in Nevada or Utah, Idaho, somewhere that we can go be in the mountains that has BLM land, and basically use it as a home base and have our toy hauler and is what we live in, and then we can go back and forth in our toy hauler, or maybe leave the toy hauler in one location and use the truck camper.
But I mean, that's all going to come down to the thing that everybody stresses about, which is money and finances. So we'll just be very honest in that we've been working here full-time jobs, both of us, for 6 months now, and it's not any cheaper or not making any more money than when we were living in the truck camper. Yeah, we were definitely saving more money, and we were also able to film for YouTube more. So we're trying to figure out a way to get back out on the road full-time, and we have some schemes in the works right now. Yeah, and it's just hoping that the stars align at about the right time for it to pan out. And I keep seeing people ask what we do. We don't like to say just because we still live here. We still live here, and you don't like maybe your job's not super stoked on you being on YouTube, so we don't ever say. I will say that I work in the custodial arts and grounds management. I got jingle keys, get up early, pushing a broom and a lawnmower, and so that's what I do. I just do also like basically manual labor. So I'm helping other people basically collect data for their projects for whatever it is around here. She does nothing. We got food on the table. It's Thanksgiving. Yeah. The food on the table might be filled with salmonella and whatever else is in the Corpus Christi area water, which is, I don't even want to look it up because it has
contamination warnings all the time.
Okay, but so did Guam. Guam had certified contaminants from military grade pollutants in the water, and we were fine.
Here we are. For reference, I have eaten day-old roadkill and roasted it over a campfire. As long as you cook things really, really well, it's usually pretty safe. Absolutely healthy as horses. Just can't seem to catch a break in most other facets of this existence. So thank you to all of our Patreons. And even though we don't upload every single day or every single week even, you guys stick around, and that means a lot because not everybody sticks around.
And the people that have donated on YouTube too, not just Patreon, they donate on PayPal as well.
Just down in the smoke smelling turkey.
Yeah.
I've abandoned my plans of using the holes in different slots here, and I've just kind of been constantly playing with the fire, throwing another handful of charcoal on there every once in a while, another piece of mesquite on here every once in a while, and just kind of doing that. Nice and relaxing, slow.
We almost never relax, so it's like being forced to.
Yep, being forced relaxation.
Coconut oil dripping, glisten, give you that crisp you've been missing.
I love it. That's her favorite person in the whole wide world.
Take it slowly, bros. Got no place else to go. Time to gorge, time to feed. Candy's got what you need.
Remember in the very beginning when we said this was going to be a very professional, nice, not hot brown Thanksgiving dinner, and then Chris threw a turkey in the ocean? Well...
We're gonna keep it kind of Peggy Hill themed, and she makes like her spa Peggy and meatballs, and she also makes Peggy's Frito pie, which is Wolf brand chili, which has no beans in it and is a Texas food item, which is really good. And instead of mixing water into this, it's going to be kind of like a Frito pie, except with stovetop stuffing and Wolf brand chili mixed together. Kind of a Texas Wolf Top. This is Texas Wolf Top. Let's see how it is. I bet it's gonna be delicious, and it's gonna be brown.
I need a little bit
And
of
it's
water.
done. That's all you gotta do. That's one serving right there.
I need a little bit of water.
This Wolf brand chili has no beans, and it's a lot of meat. This can has 25 grams of protein, and the number one ingredient is, well, meat ingredients is the first ingredient. It's pork and chopped beef is the first two ingredients, and then followed by tomato puree. So I'm gonna mix some of this in here, and then some warm water, just like any other stovetop. It's very thick. That's gonna be absolutely delicious. Now we just have to figure out a way to cook our Hawaiian, sweet Hawaiian crescent rolls. Not sure how we're gonna do this yet, but I'll get back to you when we start cooking these things. All right.
Try it.
Sweet Hawaiian, let's go. Two automatic rotisseries, one powered by electricity right here, and then the other one right here. Got both my rotisseries going. Got the sweet Hawaiians back here.
Try not to let them droop.
Got the droopy Hawaiians back here.
Do you like that? Am I doing a good job?
Now I'm employing a separate tactic here, and I put biscuit bites on a wooden chopstick and laced it through here. And the only thing holding this all together is the goopiness of the dough.
Okay, the turkey is done. So now the very elaborate removal process. Keeping in mind that all of this metal is hot, hot, hot.
There we go.
Whoa. Does it smell good?
Smells delicious. Now I'm gonna un-50 Shades of Grey this turkey real quick.
There's a lot of...
That's very crispy skin. I don't know if that's the coconut oil we poured on there or just... It smells ridiculous.
Doesn't it?
You begging for a little piece of bird? You bird begging?
Okay, we went with tactic number 3. And they look pretty cooked overall. There's some burn spots, but...
Look like little nuggets, little biscuit nuggets, little sweet Hawaiian nuggets.
Time to gorge, time to feed. Candy's got what you need.
No, look how flaky. Perfect.
That tastes like Corpus.
I don't know what that means.
That tastes like Corpus Christi right there.
Is that good?
That tastes like Corpus Christi. That's the goal. It's really good though. It's surprising how much that saltwater brine gets kind of up under the skin when you throw it in the ocean. I know you're probably not supposed to do that, but it really does taste salted all the way through, like it's been in a brine for a long time. Really juicy.
I want to try a piece. I want to try a piece of the skin because that's what we put the seasoning on.
So we're kind of animal styling out here. As you can see, the sun's going down. It took we roasted this for about 3 hours. It's a very little turkey. It's like 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Constantly playing with the heat. Very relaxing. I can see why people get into smoking meat. If I had cell service out here, I'd probably be Googling like cheap smoking setups and stuff. Because
Yeah.
I could definitely see just managing a fire or cooking meat all day is very relaxing.
It is salty on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's really surprising. I thought he was bluffing for the camera. It is actually salty on the inside.
No, you can taste it because I cut all the way down into the breast to make sure it was cooked, and you can taste the saltwater brine all the way in it.
It's really good.
This is some of the saltiest ocean in the world, I believe. The bay right behind us, I know, is one of the saltiest in America.
I did not know that.
It's very salty water.
You like salty bays?
I like salty bays. I like my bays salty.
So, moment of truth, like, we pretty much knew the turkey was going to be a success because we've done it one time and it was delicious. The biscuits over the fire, we've also done. But what I'm looking forward to the most is this stovetop wolf chili because it sounds delicious.
That's the easiest thing to make. A can, a box.
I would wet the stovetop first and then add in the chili.
Delicious.
I want to try it.
It's very good. I'd make that just at the house if I wasn't doing a YouTube video.
Like just chili for the night or something. That's very flavorful.
I'm gonna get me a little biscuit. Just a sweet little biscuit.
A little one. I would put the chili on top of that. That sounds delicious.
This is the hottest brown animal style Thanksgiving you can have.
I feel like this is the way Thanksgiving is supposed to be. Just like relaxing and not when like my mom or just moms in general like stress out about everything being done at the same time and like chaos and it's a meltdown until you actually sit down and eat it. But this one's through and through, just relaxing from beginning to end.
I like the simplicity of this. We have 3 dishes here.
Turkey, rolls, chili.
There's no ants fighting over who made potato salad and who was supposed to make the pie but didn't and who made the dry dressing and who, none of that. Just three things, very simple. Even the seasoning was very simple.
Yeah, bay, pepper, salt.
Something about stripping it down really, makes the stress evaporate.
Yeah, yeah. And then we're down here with no cell service, so like you can't scroll on your phone or whatever. It's like being in a little stress-free bubble.
Just sitting here watching dolphins, having a shiner bock.
Watching crabs.
About as relaxing as a day as you can have.
So we hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving or going to enjoy your Thanksgiving. Let us know where you're having Thanksgiving from. I'm sure it's at a house like a normal person and not boondocking on a beach.
All right, I think we're going to enjoy our Thanksgiving dinner. We hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving wherever you are, or if you're in, we have some Canadian and Australian viewers who
don't do Thanksgiving.
Don't really do it the same way, but that's fine. I hope you enjoyed this meal and hope you have a fantastic beginning of your Christmas holiday season.
There you go, Christmas coming up. Everybody's already decorating for it.
Eric?
in the arms of the ocean, float away to brine. You're in the arms of the ocean. May you find some dinner here.